How does a global reserve currency rise and fall? The first global commercial and financial reserve currency was issued right here at the Bank of Amsterdam. Now it's the Royal Palace. This is part one. How do you make a reserve currency? Step one, you need a large merchant navy. The Dutch had the first truly global company, the Dutch East India Company, which traded everywhere from South Africa to India to Japan and a lot in between as well. They had access to goods that people wanted and could transport those goods to buyers. Step two, trustworthy financial institutions. To manage the sheer volume of financial transactions moving through their commercial empire, the Dutch created the bank guilder. You could bring your guilders here, put them in the bank, and the bank would measure it, test its purity, and give you the bank guilder, which needs to be backed up 100% by actual Dutch guilders inside this bank. And you could use accounting to trade these bank guilders with merchants without actually needing to transport coins across the world. Okay, so put steps 1 and 2 together and you get commercial and financial dominance. Step 3, political and fiscal stability. At this time, the Dutch were a republic of oligarchs. They were called the regents. Now, unlike monarchs who were interested in conquering territory and their divine legitimacy and all that stuff, the regents of the Netherlands were only interested in making money. The Dutch haven't changed that much, actually. Overall, the Netherlands was quite politically stable because there were balances on any of these factions gaining too much power, for a while at least. Step 4, military dominance. The Dutch didn't build this empire on love and fresh air. They genocided and plundered their way through many peoples just to lower the costs of the goods that they were getting, right? They can get rid of middlemen like kings or political factions within the places they were going to and increase the margins on the goods that they were bringing in from those places. Then once they had a monopoly on those trade routes and goods, they protected those using naval dominance, and they protected it from both Asian and European powers. It is maybe most importantly this military dominance that underpinned the guilders' credibility. If you trade in guilders, nobody can stop your gravy train and everybody makes money, especially the Dutch. In summary, finance is about risk and return. Step 1, the merchant fleet increases the returns by making your people access more goods around the world and decreases the risk of losing, say, one ship. Doesn't matter that much. Step 2, the trustworthy financial institutions lower your risk of default. Step 3, political stability, lower your risk of revolution from within. Step 4, a dominant navy reduces the risk of competition and also increases your return if that navy is used to establish more monopolies by plundering more places. We'll talk about how a reserve currency falls in part 2.